Hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. This is RCB, aka Rocket Catchin' Bob, and today I wanted to go over a few plays, but actually, funny enough, the trend that I have found that is happening over the last 2 days. So it is a new week, today's Tuesday, and I think maybe we've found something here. So stay with me here, follow along the best you can, and maybe we'll find some similarities of a couple of Monday's plays. So if we look back and we say, what were the top gainers today? ONTX right now is at 65% up, ULBI, and so forth, right? So let me just, take you through this first and give you kind of a good idea what I'm looking for here. So this actually gapped up this morning in pre-market, had some resistance here at the about 84 mark, right? Consolidated until opening bell, and then it spiked up, and I was looking for a dip myself, and it consolidated, and it made this like descending triangle. It pretty much couldn't hold gains, and it started going into this downtrend. So I want you to pay attention to this. Here's your downtrend. This thing starts to kind of hold itself in this area at about 74, 75 cent. Nice psychological number, 25, 50, 75, $1. Remember, $1 is going to be significant for all plays. So let's just take you kind of backward just a tad, just for a second here. Let's look at the daily. And all this stuff was actually previously charted live on Twitch. So if you guys don't follow us there, you should definitely check out our live trading stream. We actually put down these markers at 94 cents and $1 because we knew they would be significant areas of resistance whenever it was actually on its way up there. So now that we know that part, okay, I just want you to focus on that. So we actually saw this thing spike, dropped all the way down, this downtrend. It held 75 cents, was a little bit lower than, previous kind of area of support, right? That was in that area for the most part. I guess we could bring it down just a tad to be more accurate, but it did hold this area. And then we actually went on this nice, it's kind of dead, volume's not really there, but then it kind of spikes up, comes back down and fakes downward again, and then it actually holds its gains and gets that higher low. And then we get a push for later, for a late day push all the way up to this 94 cent, which we had recently, charted that it would be resistance. So I don't want to go too far in this puzzle yet, or this trade ticker. So check this out with me. Look at yesterday, ARPO. Okay, same thing here. It was a top gainer, or at least it actually had some kind of, what's my thing doing? We actually had some kind of, watch to it. We were interested. You see how it had some pre-market volume, right? And then what happens with it? After it had pre-market volume, it spiked up. It couldn't hold its gains. It then became a downtrend, consolidating closer to the bottom, or at least back down here to support. And then what did it do? It got a higher low. Right? Bear with me, I know my charts are pretty messy, but this is from, charting live on stream or just yesterday from other YouTube videos that we've had. This thing then went on a push and continued to push and made higher highs and try to push up to 190s later in the day. So just kind of, bear with me, understand that there was a downtrend, it held supports, and then pushed later at, let's just say 1020s. If we look at today's ONTX, where does it push? It pushes somewhere around 11 o'clock, a little bit later. But if you look kind of like where it started to kind of push, it is somewhere around this 1030s mark. So I guess what I'm trying to say is keep a lookout for similarities between other plays and know that you're in a new week. So every week, like say Monday, you're always kind of looking for that new trend. Is it going to be a sector play? Is it going to be similarities with the actual setups themselves? And so on. So I hope that this kind of puts in the back of your mind that maybe there's some similarities of the people who are playing the stocks or market makers and things like that, that it kind of have the same goals in mind, and it can kind of come to fruition that way. Another play today was AGEN, or AGEN, and it didn't really have as much similarities there, but kinda. It actually had a nice pre-market. It couldn't really pass this area of 442s. It came to open, it tried to spike up, and then it pretty much just kind of fell down and went all the way down to this area 392s. So from there, it actually made a nice push where it had some higher lows along the way. And this is one of the trades we did end up taking on our Twitch stream. Again, we knew there was resistance here, so we just drew this line across. The 462 line here is because obviously it's high of day or high of pre-market, so we knew those two lines would be significant later on. So out of the gate, we got that big dip, comes back up, it gets a higher low. Maybe you want to take a trade here, okay? And you can risk this area here just to say, hey, you know, I'm looking for a higher low. I want to see this start uptrending and then going in my favor. For me, I was a little late to it. I personally wanted to see kind of like this area break, or this downtrend break, this wedge, and then I was looking for this next dip buy. And this is pretty much where, you know, I was really interested. So I got in like 418, 420s area, and then it popped all the way up to this resistance area at 440s. I took some off the table because, of course, this is a, you know, resistance from earlier, so we know that's going to be a target. It consolidated a bit. It came back downward. It, you know, kind of held this area at 420s again, just like, you know, a couple plays did yesterday. Kind of funny. I could probably show you that one too if you guys want. But if anything, go back to that previous video we had, and you'll see basically the similarities here. You're seeing a lot of touches, triple bottoms here, and another push later on all the way back up to the 440s. And I'm a little too close in right now, but I know my chart's a mess. Let's just clear this out for you guys. Okay. Something I want you guys to see is this uptrend here. And of course, you know, mainly this uptrend is one of them that I was going off of. So whenever I took that dip buy, I actually, you know, scaled out 440s up here, and I let it kind of settle out. We got another push all the way up to the 450s, which is a good psychological, you know, just number in general. And then when it actually broke down here and it couldn't really hold, this was another kind of signal of weakness. When 460 or 450s couldn't hold and this didn't really bounce and try to make another push. So this was kind of that start of, hey, maybe this is going to start downtrending, right? Watch out for the bearishness here. And if you look across here, you see there's some nice support right here to this triangle. And when it breaks down, you got a couple of ideas. I told people to probably, you know, scale out in this area, be safe about it. But worst case scenario was, hey, it breaks this uptrend, you're either out here, okay? And if you held it a little bit longer, maybe you were kind of playing for this to kind of hold this bottom support here and break out of this to the upside, then worst case scenario is when it breaks that, you got to get out. I know this video is kind of all over the place a little bit, but hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about. There's some similarities and patterns, and there wasn't much going on, not a lot of volume out there in the market over the last couple weeks. So I want you guys to play safe, buy dips, look for trend lines, play patterns, stick to where the high volume is, and make money on those plays. Don't just go out in the middle of nowhere and just try to buy a stock and hope for the best. That's not how you make money in this market. You got to be where everyone else is, but you got to be buying the dips. You don't want to be buying breakouts, because these breakouts are turning into big kill candles, and if you get stuck in one of those, it's going to hurt your account a lot. So if this video has helped you at all, please leave us a thumbs up. Please leave us a comment, okay? Leave us a comment today. Let us know you watched this video. Tell us how it helped you, maybe some things you never knew before. Maybe you can share that in the comments, and someone else can actually pick up on that and use that little nugget information to help them further their trading careers here. Also, make sure you sub to our channel here on YouTube and turn on notifications. And if you didn't know about it already, we do live stream on Twitch Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. until about lunchtime. So come check us out. We'd love to have you over there. We'd love to help you grow and become a better trader every single day. And that's about it. We'll see you guys on the next video. I hope this one helped. Thank you.